All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm going to continue with my brows. So I like to just go ahead to shade in, and I keep on going back and forth with my brush to enable me get a very nice shade in here. Okay, so these are what my brows are looking like. I'm going to shade it just to get it nice. All right, now that this is done, we're gonna go ahead and clean up. Welcome back, guys, welcome back. All right, where were we? Oh. Hi, welcome back, Aspix. Welcome back. So I'm going to clean up the brows with my brush. And for this, I'm using, I guess there are so many. There's a lot of like mine here. We have lots of mines, so if you're someone who works in the mining sector, you would have lots and lots of opportunities here. Now I'm going in with the darker concealer and I am cleaning this up. Then nurses also have a lot of opportunities here, and those in like engineering fields have a lot of opportunities here. So really, what sector do you work in? Okay, so that is done. And I like to blend this in with a blending brush. Okay. Okay, now the brows are done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this one. In high school, I was like in art class, so yeah, I did some painting, but it didn't really last, so it didn't really last. But then I actually do enjoy painting. That is okay. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my live. My name is Jenna, and I am a makeup artist. I teach makeup on my live. That is why you see me do makeup here. Yes, please like and subscribe. And share my videos. So Gaspix, where have you worked? Like, what industries have you worked in? Hi, Chad. Thank you. Welcome to my live. Thanks for being here. I hope you subscribe and come back because, guys, I think I'll be back here in the night. I'm not sure. Fingers crossed. But I should be back in the night. Okay. So if you go ahead and do like any makeup inspired by the ones that I have done, do make sure that you go to my Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description, and you can go to my Instagram and tag me, okay? So that I will see the looks that you have done. And guys, of course, I'm going to shout you out. So make sure that you're tagging me when you do these makeup looks. So these are what the brows look like. I can go ahead and just blend. If you notice that like it's too bulky in front, you can always do this. Oh, not necessarily. They don't do makeup for themselves, but like we have male makeup artists. I mean, the makeup industry is very lucrative. So if you feel like you're bold enough to do makeup on other people, of course, you can go ahead and do that. But then even if like you don't do makeup, there are many ways that men can also like partner with makeup artists, either through photography, through products. Like if you get into doing like the makeup product line, that is a way that you can partner with a makeup artist as a guy. You don't necessarily have to do the makeup yourself. So there are many other ways. No worries. So these are what the brows are looking like, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the eyeshadow. So today I will be doing my eyeshadow and lipstick like I said, because the skin work is already done, so I'm focusing on like eyeshadow and lipstick. So as usual, I like to put a little bit of concealer. Like so. Now the reason we put concealer or like an eyeshadow primer is because it helps bring the makeup to life. So make sure that you are placing a little bit of concealer on your eyelid before going into the eyeshadow. And if you didn't catch our makeup class yesterday, you definitely should go and watch that video. It was so refreshing. It was so nice because it was like another perspective of eye makeup, right? So you might want to go back and watch that one. So now this is done. I'm going to go ahead and do the eyeshadow. So a lot of my eyeshadows are like neutrals. A lot of eyeshadows are like neutral colors that I have on my palette, so I'll be using them. I have these palettes. This is from the Focalia brand. This is the name of the brand, and they have it on Instagram. So you might want to check it out. If you are in the US, you find this most helpful because I think they're based in the US, and they have lots of amazing palettes from wonderful pastel colors to warm colors. Their range of colors are so nice. So you might want to check them out. So let's see. I don't know what I have in mind today, but let's see what we can do. I'm gonna try something very different. I'm gonna try like a smoky liner, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of orange. So let's see how that works. If you were here yesterday, you know that we did a smoky liner. So guys, if you're here, um, one of my favorite things that I remember from childhood, I just saw this Q&A and I had to. So one of the best things I remember from childhood was that the first time I ever did anything beauty related was when I wore nail polish. I think I was in, I'm not sure, I want to say second grade. It was like primary one or primary two. I don't know, that's what we called it back home, primary one. And then I went ahead and wore nail polish to school. And if you're Nigerian, you know that that is like a very, very big deal. We were not allowed to wear nail polishes that young. So it was crazy. I was like, I'm definitely getting in trouble with my parents because I am black and I'm Nigerian. So there are a lot of things that you can get in trouble for. So, but surprisingly, I didn't get in trouble back home. My parents were so busy with, I don't even know that particular day. I don't know, they were so busy. So they didn't even really have time to get angry with me or anything. They just told me never do it again. And that was it. But I guess that was what gave birth to my love for nails, because the first business that I ever really did was like nails. I did press on nails. I did lots of press on nails when I was back home in Nigeria. So I guess I've always just been fascinated with like nail polish. So it was really natural for me to go into the nail business for a bit. Then I added makeup after a while. So it's pretty interesting. Sometimes a lot of all this makeup and beauty, would I say beauty stuff, they are actually very intertwined. You might find out that if you like makeup, you might end up liking doing nails. So they can be intertwined. So I'm just smoking this out with my brush. I actually really like wearing a smoked winged liner. I find that is really interesting and very, very satisfying to do. So I take the chance to do it whenever I can. And after yesterday's class, I guess I really just wanted to do it again. So far, this is what it looks like. You want to smoke it out until you're really, really... Sorry, I don't understand. What did you write? Let's see. I have no idea. You have to help me out here. I don't speak Korean. So this is what I am doing. I'm just feathering it out until it gets really, really nice. Now you may extend it if you want, but I think this is pretty okay. I like the length. I think it's actually really cool. And I'm just trying to smoke this out as much as possible. You can do this by using another brush, but make sure it's like a fluffy brush so that it could help with the smoking out effect. You don't need to actually add any other products to the brush. You can just use the brush and smoke it out like that, but you have to do it gently so that you don't make a mess. So just keep on moving until you're sure that it has smoked out properly. So I like what it looks like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. And I'm using the Focaleo palette. I'm using the black shade here. And I like to use an angled brush to do this just because it really helps me with the angle. Because sometimes it could actually be very, very tasking to get the right angle. But if you use the right brush, it just helps you get it in the right angle. So as you can see, this looks nice. Okay, this is what it looks like. So I'm just moving it in just to make sure that I get it very close and similar to this one. So you don't want to, for a wing liner, I find that you don't necessarily have to pull it all the way in. Just as long as you can just have a good angle, you're good. So make sure the angling is well done. And then let's just set off the rest of it. So this looks okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out to give us that smoked effect. So we're gonna keep on blending it until we have gotten a very similar thing to this one. So something else that you can do to help the smoking effect, you can actually use a brown shade of eyeshadow just to help with the smoking out. It will also give it another dimension and it looks nicer as well. So depending on what you're going for, you can do that too. But I'm actually just using an empty brush. Oh, you don't know how to do makeup? Welcome, you're at the right place. I teach makeup here, so you can pick up one thing or two from here. I am just smoking this out. So if you have like a monolid, like your eyes are very small or they're very flat, I find that the wing liner is very, very good for even hooded eyes. These work very, very well for hooded eyes, but I have like a very versatile eye, so I can do whether it's big or small, it looks really okay on my eyes. Okay. So another thing too when you're blending it is to always move your brush upwards because you're moving the product upwards. That's what gives you that shadowy effect when you move it upwards. If you see, I'm doing side to side, but in each application, everything is going upward. That's why you have the shadow effect. That is what makes your smoky liner really smoked. The direction of the smoking effect matters. If you pull it down, you're going to ruin it. So make sure that you're blending it upwards. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I think so far they look very, very similar and I'm good. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take a smaller brush, and with this I'm going to be creating like a mini crease. So this is kind of like the half and half style, like basically it's a half wing liner, and then you're going to continue the rest of the eyeshadow in here, but it's only half that you're going to be applying there. So I'm going to grab another brush, and you want to get a brush that's going to really, oh, thank you very much. I hope to see you all the time on my live. Yagmur, where are you from? And where are you watching from? So I like to use this brush. This is a rounded brush, but it's somewhat flat, and it could help in the corner. So this is what I am going to be doing. Do you see how it just helps me to give it the depth that I'm looking for? So this I am just doing like so. And you can see that I'm just sticking to this part. I'm not going all the way because this is where I want it to be. So I'm just gonna keep on building. Hello King, how are you? Welcome to my live. So this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for here. I'm just building it up. I am good. Where are you watching from? I am shooting live from Canada. So this is what it's looking like. I just keep on building it up. Scotland. Ooh. Everyone, shout out to King. Welcome. You're watching from Scotland. You are the first person to join my live from Scotland. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you subscribe and you get to stay. So this is what it's looking like. So when I have gotten it where I want it, the next thing I'm going to do is going to really, really transform this look. Now I'm going to fill the top part. Really nice. Very nice. Which one is the first? What is your top country? So I'm taking an orange shade and I'm going to hold my brush at the bottom. Then I'm going to be blending this all the way up. Japan. Oh, nice. That is very nice. I mean, I do want to travel to some really, really nice countries, and Japan is actually one of the countries I would like to travel to. I would like to go to some countries like Thailand just because of the street food. I would like to experience the street food in Thailand. So I'm going in with an orange shade, and this I'm just placing on top of that brown, and then I am smoking it out. Well, you're welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. So this is what I am doing. I just keep on building that orange until it's really, really nice. Yes, I do live in Canada, but I am originally from Nigeria. I am a Nigerian. I was born and bred in Nigeria, but I came to Canada to study. So now I'm gonna go back into that brown and give it the dimension again, just because I'm going to be cutting the crease. And this will really pull everything together. Just in here. Were you born in Scotland or you just there for a bit? So this is how I get it done. As you can see, it's already having that look. Now I'm gonna grab my concealer and I'm gonna do a very little cut crease. I'm using my concealer brush. Oh, nice. Very nice. I have friends in Scotland. I would love to visit one day. Okay. So I'm very, very precise with my placement because I really wanted to be as even as possible. Well, Canada is the only country I've actually traveled to. So I'm excited. I know I'll travel to so many more. Okay, you see, it has just cleaned that part up. So that was the goal, to clean it up. I haven't been anywhere outside my country before. Canada is the first place that I have traveled to my whole life, so it's pretty exciting. You've been to England. Oh, nice. How is England different from Scotland? How would you say England is different? Because whenever I think Scotland, I always feel like it's so similar to England. But then I haven't been, right? So, oh, very posh. Oh, interesting. And the cultures are very, are they similar or they are very distinct? Really? You're not? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is done. Hello, how are you? Welcome to my live. What? Sorry. Do you hear me now, guys? Can anyone hear me? Better? Okay. Mhm. So now the next thing I'll be doing is using like a shimmery shade just to go over and place it just above here. Now this is totally optional. You can actually wear it like this as is and go out, but I love my shimmer. So I'm grabbing the shade and I am just placing it here just above that liner. I'm keeping it in here just above the liner. This sort of just finishes it up. For some reason the camera doesn't pick these shades very well, but trust me, it looks very nice in person. Okay, I think I'm gonna try something else. I don't like to wear this glitter sometimes because it could just be messy, but we're gonna wear it. I feel like the camera tends to pick this more because it's glitter, so We're going in with a little bit of glitter. And this I'm just keeping above. This will be a very nice night out look, just because the glitters could really sparkle in the night. And if you want this glitter really to pop, you can use a pigment glue to place it, and then you don't have to worry about fallouts. And see, that is basically all you need for this eyeshadow look. Now I'm going to be dusting off the excess glitter. Now let's try to fix the nose contour. And to do so, I'm going to be going into my palette. And I'm just placing this here like so. This I like to put in here. And I'm doing the same here. And voila, I'm done with that. Now we're going to do the mascara. So I'm doing the same. So I find that the mascara is always like popping whenever I do like a winged liner. It just kind of lets the mascara really show. So I really love to wear mascara when I do the winged liner. Just mascara, I don't have to do the false lashes. Alright. This is the only way that my lashes really pop. So okay, that is done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the under eye. And to do it, I'm just going to run that under my eye. I'm gonna go back into the palette. And you can actually use a lighter shade. I think I want to use the orange shade that I used to go under my eye. I want it to pop. So you can build it up. Until it looks really nice. Okay. It's looking really nice. I find that putting like another color instead of like black under your eyes really makes it pop, and it doesn't look like it's dragged down. So sometimes if you don't apply your black liner properly, you're going to end up looking like your eyes are really dragged. So you might want to switch out to using like another shade of color for under your eyes, and you have to use a very like thin brush, or else it's going to really drag your eyes. So be mindful of the brush you use. Now to complete this eye look, I'm going to put mascara on the bottom lash. So be very gentle when you apply mascara to your bottom lash, because you're one step away from looking like a spider. So be careful. Guys, I almost got the spider look. Thank God I fixed it. So this is what the difference is with like putting bottom mascara. So it kind of really elevates the look. Just make sure you're careful. So the mascara I'm using is the Maybelline Colossal. Okay. Now that this is settled, just touching it up again. We're done. Now let's get into the lip look, guys. Almost there. Now for the lipstick, I think I'm gonna go with something, let's see, red. Are you hearing red? Do you hear red? I want to go with red. Do you hear red? Do you hear red? I'm so tempted to go in with red. So I might just go ahead and do it anyway. So to do this, I'm going to be lining my lip. And I'm using this pencil from Wet n Wild. Hi, how are you? Welcome back, King. Welcome back. So I am lining. Doing the same thing here. My name is Jenna. You can call me Jenna. So I always try to line inside. I don't overline. Oh, nice, Alexandra. No, Alexander, not Alexandra. Sorry. Okay. I just like to do this. They call you Alexandra. No way. That's funny. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, so I'm just going to be placing this red like so. Okay. Hi. Really? Very nice. Hi, Tommy. Shout out to you, Tommy. Welcome from Sweden. I haven't seen anyone watch from Sweden, so you're the first. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you get to stay. So, guys, okay, I think I overlined, but this is what it's looking like. And I'm so thinking of putting a gloss on this. It is 4:50 p.m. in Canada. Here. So it's about 16:50, yeah. So 4:50 p.m. It should be about 10 p.m. in the UK, yeah? Is it 10 p.m. or 9:50 p.m. in Scotland, sorry. So I'm just pairing this. I got from the dollar store, guys. Just $1.50, and it came with this beautiful red and this lip gloss. And I am just placing it on top of that red. And this is what it's looking like. I actually really like it. Yes. Oh, yeah. I thought as much. 9:50 p.m. That is nice. So this is the final look. I think the lipstick pairs very, very well with the eye look. So if you want something very nice, very subtle, but has its own drama, I think you should try this eye look. Yes, I have school tomorrow, guys. So I will definitely be starting late. I'll be very, very late because my school is evening because it's a master's program. So I will be coming in very late. So I'm just going to clean this off. Oh, you have school tomorrow? Are you in college? Oh, really? Wow. So what grade are you in? This is the end result, guys. Oh, grade 7. Oh. I know. Grade 7. you're not sure, all right, this is the end result, and I'm just going to spray for the final touch, and that will be the end of this tutorial. Oh, so if you're Scottish, that means your education system is very similar to the UK. So do you guys actually have the grades, or you have like primary school and secondary? Because back home I did like primary, secondary school, right? So is that the same for you guys? Exactly, the primary. Premier 7. Premier, oh, Premier 7, oh. That is pretty cool. Okay. So we've come to the end of this tutorial, guys. Thank you guys for staying and watching. Hi 7 Climbs, thank you very much. Thank you guys for staying till the end of this video tutorial. I will be back again by 10 p.m. Toronto Canadian time. Thank you so much. I hope you get to subscribe and come back. I will be back again this night by 10 p.m. Toronto Canadian time. So do tune in if you're up by then, because I know it's pretty late for a lot of people and there is work, but you can always catch up, right? So I will be seeing you guys again, and please bring someone along, okay? Don't watch alone, share. Bye King, bye King, thank you for joining my live. Do make sure that you bring someone for the next tutorial, and share my videos, like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys again. Thank you guys, bye guys.